he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first two selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Browns getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line. Here. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit!
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle to Smith. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Breeze on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now the Browns coming out on the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. 23 yards on the play. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
Second down, Mayfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Breeze to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's complete to Meredith. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to launch this thing. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go with Chubb on second down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On 1st down, Breeze completes this one to Meredith. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Good. 5-4, ready. Check.
Breeze going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Breeze now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Breeze now. And that's going to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Again, it's Breeze. And incomplete here on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this time, Breeze will throw. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Breeze now on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And Lutz's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
First down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22. Detroit! They'll try and sneak it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On second down, Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he's out right at the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing now is Breeze. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Larry Ogunjobi getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Landry now on the return. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And give him a gain of 37. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
11. 21.
Breeze to throw on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Breeze now on first down. Completes this one to Meredith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
11. Hey, two. 13. 21.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Johnson. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot, hot.
Now Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
This is taken at the 23. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Screen play, Johnson. And the Saints signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Mayfield showing why he was the number 1 overall pick. He's got the Browns on the move, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. They were looking for Johnson that time. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end, he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's back to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.